Well, hello everybody. My name is Reto Heutschi. I'm CEO of Inseya in Switzerland, and we will talk about Secure Access Service Edge today. And I'm very happy to introduce Yishay Yovel, who will tell us what role Cato Networks can play and why Cato Networks is a good choice. Now, Yishay, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, sure. Thank you very much, Reto, for the opportunity to do this video together. My name is Yishay Yovel. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of Cato Networks. I've been with Cato since day one, so I'm really one of the first employees. And I was fortunate enough to see this company grow and essentially invent the category that Gartner lately called Secure Access Service Edge. We used different terminology before, but we're happy to adopt this term that now become an industry standard. So great to be here.
Excellent. Now, I mean, it's quite an impressive story that you have to tell. And towards the end of last year, you actually managed to raise another 130 million in equity. How did you manage? I mean, there are lots of people that would like to get that money and invest it. You made it. What was the reason for the investors?
So, it's when there is a new category, it means potential disruption. It means that smaller companies can challenge larger companies. And it became a larger market opportunity with a lot of companies basically trying to get into position. And this is exactly where investors put money. If the story is big and the execution is solid, then they're making a bet on particular players. Obviously, the newer players is where investors go. And this is why we raise the money.
Yeah, that's really interesting because looking at Gartner in the new category, we're quite early in the maturity stage of this, let's say, technology, if I may say so. Yet they call it transformational, and I think that's what those investors also put their money on. I mean, that's what they think is going to happen, and you already proved that the market adoption is quite considerable.
That's correct. Yeah, and it's transformational is actually a very important distinction in the Gartner hype cycle, which they try to rank different technologies on how much impact they will create on IT. And SASE is really going to change the way networking and security is done in IT in a very significant way. And that's exactly what we built the company with this concept. And for the past, 6 years, we are proving through our customers, through our deployments, through our platform, the technology, that it's actually possible to do this change. And I think now it's not just a hope, but it's actually a reality in the market, in the customer base, that it's happening.
Excellent. Now, what do you plan? Well, of course, you had like solid plans what you're going to do with this money. What can the market, the customers expect that you do with this additional 130 million?
So essentially, when you're a service company, you are very, very closely aligned with the customer. The customer feels if there is any issue with the service, the customer can see the innovation, the new features that are coming in. Again, if you think about your Netflix, you go in, there is a new feature they rolled out. They have 200 million users. They immediately see the new feature. They can start using it. It's not like there is some software upgrade that somebody has to deploy on some appliance somewhere. So cloud speed in innovation, scaling up the service so it becomes even more resilient and more robust. There is no end to how much you can invest in the depth of the infrastructure. And obviously, in my space, the marketing, the sales, basically making more people, more customers aware of the potential of SASE and what it can do for the business. So this is how we're going to invest. We're going to develop, we're going to accelerate the development of new capabilities that are part of the SASE framework, as well as scale the service so it's going to be very robust and market it to the world.